Good morning, my brothers and sisters. I want to do this video because our sister African Tigress had did a video titled "I Am Trapped Abroad" of one of our sisters that are over in a Muslim state that has been stuck there and have been trying to get back home. And I want to share my thoughts on this, but listen to this video right here of the woman who is trapped abroad, and we'll get back and get into it.
Concerns abroad but affecting Kenyans. For thousands of women that board a flight to Saudi Arabia to secure jobs as domestic workers, it is a gamble on whether they will face abuse at the hands of their employers. The increase in reports of inhumane working conditions in the Middle East has been a thorn in the side of Kenya's labor force. Gina Kirori spoke to a 25-year-old who is currently stuck in Saudi Arabia and is desperate to come back home.
When Patricia Wanja was cleaning the home of her Saudi Arabia employer, a gun placed on the coffee table sent chills down her spine, only adding to the web of trauma that she has endured in the weeks that she has been working as a domestic worker in the Middle East Kingdom.
I was just so terrified. I was just so terrified. I just held it with a rag, the rag I was cleaning with, and I felt it was lighter and I just left it.
While Wanja expected to earn 30,000 shillings a month in Saudi Arabia, the agency that facilitated her employment, identified as Mahara Human Resources Company, ended up paying her 25,983 shillings.
I look at myself and I see the things going on, but when I remember that if I complain, I may be in prison, I just hold back. I just hold back and work as if nothing is wrong. Mahara, please.
Wanja says that she has fallen ill during the weeks that she has been at her employer's home, but no efforts have been made to take her to any medical facility, which goes against the terms of her contract.
Another time I was cleaning the flasks and one of them broke and the lady just threw it at me like that. And she was asking her husband, what do we do with her? And I got so scared.
Her motivation for returning home is to see her two children once again, especially since they are aged 1 and 7 respectively.
When I was coming here, I had told my daughter that I'm coming here so that we can build a home for ourselves, so that I can have some savings. And
the desperation for lucrative job offers in Middle Eastern countries has been behind the decision by many women to travel to a foreign land, as they say job opportunities in Kenya are hard to come by. The surge in reports of women being exploited and abused by their employers in the Middle East led to the government requiring all agencies recruiting Kenyans seeking employment in Saudi Arabia to pay 1.5 million shillings as a security bond in 2019. The agreement also required any Kenyan domestic worker to be paid an average salary of 30,000 shillings. Wanja is now appealing to the government to help bring her and many other girls suffering from abuse back home. Gina Kirori, NTV.
So what do you think? Now I'd ask that you to be able to think about this right here. This is not an African thing. This is not the world is enslaving just Africa. This is a world problem. Sex trafficking happens across the globe, and our people need to be educated. America has a huge problem with sex trafficking, where there are people who are being abducted, people who are being kidnapped or what have you, people who are going into different job areas that they are sending them to different countries to be caught into sex slave trades, whether it's employee slave trades. You know, this goes on around the world. You know, one of the biggest industries, a few industries that one need to be cautious of is industries that you have to go overseas to do work. You know, the modeling agency, that has been one of the biggest professions that people will go overseas and get themselves caught in sex slave trades. And, you know, whether it might be the dancing careers, whether it might be jobs that that are actually reaching out to people to come to countries to work. You got to be very cautious and careful. Now, I'm not going to say everybody in those professions are in the sex slave trade or this employee slave trade or what have you. What I'm saying is that don't think that it's just an African problem, because people are going to want to now act like Africa's the only continent that people are being sent abroad to go ahead and work in these horrible conditions. And it is sad, and I stand with African Tigress in her plea to at least free this woman. And I will put that information in the description so you can make a call to the proper area officials to see if we can get our sister Patricia released and sent back. I have done videos, or excuse me, audios, and I'm going to upload these audios. I think I got 2 or 3. Because people don't want to talk about it over the video, so I have to, be secretive and audio taping how they really feel when I was over in Dubai. These audios are where people are just sharing how they are being overworked, living in horrible conditions, that they are getting paid little money, that they wish they went back home. This is the thing that we have to understand, that you leaving your country to go to another country, you just may not get the support that you think you need when it comes to being in situations that you want to get released and go back home. We also have to look at that you take a part responsibility in choosing wanting to leave your country to go to another country and say that your country is not supporting you in getting jobs, work, or what have you. You take part of that responsibility, my family. Their saying is, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. And money is not everything. People are finding out, like I've been saying for years, freedom is the #1 thing a man will cry and die for. You can't be going to countries just for money. Just because you feel as though that out there is opportunity. Sometimes the money is going to cost you freedom. I have talked to people. Please go check out my videos when I interviewed the Africans in Dubai and listen to why they left their country. But yet come to find out they're working twice as much. The living conditions is worse than where they was at home. And there's some who say that, oh, it's okay, but who knows what it really is like when you're on video. I'm saying, for those who are taking the back way, those who think the grass is always green on the other side, it is not so. I will speak on behalf of America. People think that America is the #1 country that you can get the opportunities. America has the most crime in the world. It has more people, black people, locked up in prisons in America than in the world. The homelessness is higher than majority of the countries in the world. You have unemployment issues. You have the most drug issues in America than in the world. And you think America's great because you watch TV or a music video and you think it's all grand there. It is not. America is a struggle. Most of these countries are a struggle. And you're leaving your country because you think a country is offering you opportunity. And I will say this until I take my last breath. You are the opportunity and the success is in you. I meet Africans in each country I've been to who have struggled, scratched, worked 2-3 jobs, trying to get to a place they feel is better. And I find that there are those who have succeeded. But I also see people who don't put it in, who don't put in the work, who wants a handout, who sits and begs, who expects the government to help them, who just don't have it in them. And they want to point the finger. No. You take responsibility as well. Now, I am not ignoring these ignorant people who will sell you short. Your own people will. Your government will sell you short. It's all a money scam, and you might be partaking in it when you think you're signing your name on a dotted line to go to an agency to be sold to another country. These people, human beings, don't care nothing about you. Whether they're black, white, Asian, whether they're Indian, whether they're Arab, these people don't care nothing about you. You should care more about you than anybody else. And when you think somebody can do for you, you are going down the wrong road. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. I had nothing in America. And you think America's opportunity? I had to work 3 jobs. I scratched. I fought. I cried. It hurts me when I see reports of our brothers and sisters in the struggle who are fleeing to other countries. It hurt me to be in America. Every day it's so painful to be in America, to see how my brothers and sisters have transformed into evil people, arguing, fighting, debating, murdering with the gun, destroying each other. It pains me, and I'm not going to blame the system or the white people. I'm blaming you. We have to wake up and start to turn back to Yahweh. We have to get back into the alignment of the true living God. Or you are in the hands of man. I put no trust in man. I put trust in the greater, the Almighty in my life. That's all I have to turn to. I have been used and abused by my own people. I've been used and abused by white people. I've been used and abused by Arabs when I lived in the Arab countries. I've been used and abused by Asians. I have been used and abused by every race of a people around the globe. Taken advantage of. Lied to. This is not no black thing. This is not a white thing. It is a human thing. It is you that take the responsibility of the decisions you make for yourself. Yes, there are systems and programs and governments that can entrap people. What do you think governments, programs, institutions, corporations, these are people. This is not brick and mortar that sits out there just grabbing people. These are people who work within these societies who are only stuck on money. There is nothing like a love from your own family that can stick together and try to grow together. It doesn't take one, it takes all. You think America is great? You have people who are living 3 families in a household, or their kids can't leave or staying home to help out, pay bills. Taxes are ridiculous. One job does not cut it in America for you to live like you feel as though that you can't have enough to even enjoy or entertain oneself. It takes about a husband's income, a wife's income, even the children's income nowadays. This is not an African problem. This is a human problem, a world problem, that our people are being sold. Black, white, brown, the yellow, the olive are selling their own people out because of the greediness of wanting money. Wake up, my brothers and sisters. That grass is not greener on the other side. Just because you want to go for the money, you may be giving up your freedom. But let's support our brothers and sisters when reports come out who might be stuck in countries. Go to the descriptions, and I will have in there of how to support and also to defend for our sister who is stuck over in an Arab country. We can do our part by doing that. But talk to your neighbor, talk to your friend, talk to your loved one to educate them on the sex trade, on the slave trade, on the employment slave trade. All of this stuff exists everywhere across the globe. Just Google it. I don't know about you, but for me and my house, I'm serving the Lord. This is your man, not your boy. Go black to Africa.